Hello everyone, and image is not good. Of course, I was expecting this. I'm a little bit late because I just spilled my coffee on the desk. The camera was reset because I lost power and I had to put the date and time, and it moved, so everything is upside down. Welcome to another normal stream. And now it is too hot. This mess is Mael Duin, and I play puzzle video games when I can, when they let me. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays from 2 PM in Australia East. I have to think on my own schedule because it's so irregular lately. Hopefully from next week we go back to normal, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, and from 2 PM always. If I can't make it from 2 PM, I think I'll never stream later than 2. So I prefer to cancel because who knows if it's not 2 PM in Australia East. That's because something's happening. So I cannot say when it starts. So I'm not keeping you waiting. And today probably is the last day for Star Stuff. I think we are doing the challenges of Area 5 and also watching the ending because last day was a bit of a cliffhanger. I was about to see the credits, but I needed to stop the stream and stop recording. And also because today is the first day of the week that I stream, there's another stream tomorrow. We will be playing demos. Keep going with the demos. It's going to be like this for a few weeks, and when we finish the demos, actually the whole week for the whole schedule for next week, I haven't decided yet. I don't have anything clear because Star Stuff is going. Now we don't have Animal Well. Animal Well is gone. It went hiding into the well. Islands of Insight is not gone, but I won't be playing anymore on stream. I have a big disappointment with this game, and I prefer not to talk about it. I think I just said what I had to say on last day that I streamed Islands of Insight, so I don't have anything else to say. I'm still completing the major, what they call them, enclaves, but I'm not going for 100%. It doesn't make sense. The way the game has been made, it doesn't make sense. Anyway, moving on. So we don't have a Friday game, and I have to find another one. I have a few in mind, but I haven't decided. I'm not sure. I want to choose wisely, so I don't want to rush it. In any case, today is Star Stuff. Let's play Star Stuff. I'll go here and I'll hit here, press there. Hopefully it works. Today is day 8, but this will be episode 7 because day 2 and day 3, they were the same episode. I put them together because they were short. Oh, scared there was no sound. So continue. I wonder where it leaves me. Oh, right in the middle. And I've been thinking since last day. I've been thinking if I want to do now the challenges, I guess I can. So we are in area 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are in area 5. We finished the normal levels, except this one, which is kind of weird because apparently it's the last one, but it's not like a level. And I think this leads to the credits. So before I wouldn't want to start the episode with the credits. Would be very weird. And the ending. So I prefer to go to the challenges and then keep going with the story. And maybe halfway there, or depending on difficulty, probably halfway there, we'll keep with the story. So let's go here and do these challenges. These are apparently the last challenges. In total, at some point in the game, they said there were 30. Actually, they didn't say explicitly there are 30, but when you get to complete the number 15, they say you have completed 50%. So do the maths. In which case, 1, 2, 3. We didn't finish this. 3. Area 2. 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So there are 10 more, which are these 9 plus the one remaining in area 1. So these are the remaining ones. Starting with roundabout, let's see what this is. I don't remember the mechanics that are presented in area 5, so I don't know what to expect. Nearest. I remember now. Nearest was one of those. So, as it is tradition, this is the end. Crossing this bridge, activated by the scale, and through the lift, activated by this button. We can activate the button with one grabby. To activate the scale, we need a block, which is here. If grabby goes back, can't go back again. So we need to find out which one is the one that brings the block. And the commands are the same for both. They share programming. So, because we need to go up, but we need to go up with the block. There's no point on going to the bottom. Is it? Also, I'm wondering, since one of the two needs to bring the block, where do they tell them to leave the block? Like on top of the button? And then we pick it up and then they go to the button, but we need to rush because we need to go to the lift before they step on the button. And they start facing this way, like they're telling you they go this way. Yes, if they go back, both bridges are activated, and then we can't get the block, so it needs to be counterclockwise, the way they move. Yes, so this one doesn't have the block, and it needs to go counterclockwise around. So first it needs to go to the nearest button, store information as D1, nearest button, and then go to D1. Where you are, when you are at D1, look for your nearest, which is D2, nearest position, point of interest, and then go to D2, which is nearest point of interest. The thing is, if both do the same, this bridge won't allow this one to go through. Although, maybe we don't need the other one. So we need to lose it. Let's keep going, I'm not sure. And then you are here. You, the blue one, you are here. You are at D2, which is your nearest point of interest. And then you need to get the block, but the block is not in a position where I can tell you where it is. We're going to change everything, because I believe I have to get it. This is, in any parallel world, in any dimension, a bot can get this block. Mija has to get it. In which case, that means look for your nearest button, which is D1, and then wait for D1 to be active. I will be pressing the button, so you get me, you pick me up. It's not B, it's D1, which is not the same because it's different for each of them. And then, you know, this is your closest. You are waiting for your closest, so it's me to be active. Step on the button, and then you pick me up and go to. Need to go back? I believe you go to E. I mean, you don't need to go. It's drop at E. And then it continues. I move to. This button is. Wait for A. Oh, you don't come here because this is D1. You are waiting for D1. You don't care about this one. You are waiting for me. I see. I think this is correct. Let me check. So they are waiting for D1. D1 is the button. Each their own. This is the closest to this one, only, not this one. Okay, now we get the block. That's what we wanted. This is waiting, but you don't have to do anything else. And now I'm wondering what this does. Because it's going to drop me at E. That's what we need to change. Instead of dropping me to the other side, it's dropping me there. on the same side. So this is not drop at E. We need to store the information for the closest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and more. So D2 will be your nearest point of interest. You need to check that before you move. Because if you move, the other one will be the closest. So this is not E, this is D2. And after that, someone needs to press this button. And someone else needs to press this button. Let's check this, how far it gets. We go to the other side. That's correct. We get the block. And we keep going to the opposite side. Now, two things need to happen. This needs to go here, and this needs to go here, for which we can do this. Check your nearest button again, and it will be D3. And then go to D3 at this position. When you have finished dropping at D2, check again for your closest button, which will be the new one. I'm still missing one line, so I'm wondering what that is. I forgot the block. Yay, mija! You are there by yourself. A disaster. I'm missing one line. Maybe I need to use another weight. Because I forgot the block. Because the bot was going for a try. Before I check what I know it's going to happen, let me put another weight for after dropping at D2. I mean, you need to wait for A. This is better. Now I don't need to rush to get the block. Let's check it. Now, if I didn't have this wait for A, the bot will automatically be to the other button. And now we have plenty of time. This is the same for both. Now they are both waiting for me to step in here. But it's called different name. Now this is a problem. Should I call it something else instead of A? How is this taking shorter than this one to drop me here? Let's call it wait for D3, in which case this goes first, because before D3 meant nothing to you. See how this works? Now it's not A, it's whatever it is your button, which is different for each of them. Now you are waiting for me to step in here to come and press it yourself. Much better. Yay! First level. First challenge. Q. This level is very cute. Let's see what we have. We have 2 roundies. Protected by oil for some reason. By goo. Oh, the goo is not protecting the robot or the bot. What it's doing is avoiding that I block it. And we can't reach this button by ourselves. Neither by the robot, because roundies don't grab things. They just step onto things. So we can only give commands by this button. And they can go to somewhere and wait for something. Let's start by waiting for B. So when I step in here, something happens. Right. And then go to I love this game. It's so simple and it's challenging. How can we block one of them? Let's say they go to B, because at least I can block standing here. If after going to B, they go to A, what happens? So they're waiting for me to step in here, and then both will come. Only one gets here. Neither of them can perform the action they are given. The one on B wants to go to A, and the other one hasn't even arrived to B and tries to go to B. What if we don't block them? They'll just do it. Both will end up at B. I mean A. So we can wait for B and then go to B. Only one does that. And then wait for A to go to A. And then they won't do it because the one has been to B, tries to go. Oh no, is waiting for someone first to go to A. This doesn't work either. Let's check it. It's so simple but complex. No. This is waiting for A, and we cannot step onto A. We cannot reach it. We can do it the other way. Let's both go to A. I mean, first needs to be wait for B because it's me, and then go to A. And then again, wait for B. This way only one can perform. The other one will get trapped. Check it. They go to A, only one. Waiting for me. Does it mean I have to rush through the bridge? Because at some point the solution is correct. But no. Not completely correct. It is for sure that they need to wait for B. Because it's the only one we can access, but not the only one they can access. Maybe they don't need to wait for me to activate B. They go to A. This is the same, but we are saving one line. So they both go to A, only one gets to A. And the one that gets to A is waiting for me to step onto B, and then goes to B. The other one goes to A and waits there until the first one gets to B. They can't be trapped. Actually, we can get one of them to break down onto B, but I'm not sure that's what we need to do. I don't seem to be able to go further with this combination, because the one at A is already waiting and the other one takes longer and presses B and releases the weight from the one on the left, the second one. Maybe it's a double B and that only happens once. Maybe this is it. I can press B twice, but the other robot only does once. Only steps onto B once. I believe I need to be faster. Do the same but faster. Yes. So this one gets trapped here. This robot presses B, but only does once. I did it twice. This is one solution. I'm not sure if you can make one breakdown here so it doesn't move. I don't think it's possible because this one here, I'll be here blocking one direction. The other one is here, but if it's stopped here, it's because it's trying to get to the bottom. So it will break down as well. If it goes the opposite way, then freeze this one. I don't think that's a solution. No, not at least not with this command. So I'll take it anyway. Don't misunderstand me. I'm happy with that solution. Crossing guard. Oh, here we have the orb that we can use to activate. So then these challenges are meant to be done after you finish the game. We have 3 lazy. I guess we can say we have 3 lazies, because in this case lazy is not an adjective, it's the name of the robot. So we have 3 lazies. To get to the end, we need to go up the lift, cross the long bridge, and go down the other lift. And then we are at the end. For the lift to go up, and I guess down, although it's not visibly connected, all 3 need to point up. This is very interesting. Very, very interesting. So you need to turn, doesn't matter. If you are not lasering at target, keep turning and keep repeating until you are lasering. Once you are lasering, oh wait, but if the lift goes up, the bridge is on the electric side. Now we are up, but we can't cross. And there are 4 lines. What am I seeing? 4 lines only. Have you considered that you're asking too much? Maybe, just maybe. So there are 4 lines and there are 4 commands. We need to use all 4. Oh, we have the orb. What about this? Now they'll end up this way. They'll end up. Yeah, but we can't. I didn't realize about the orb. Godly orb. It gives us god powers. I'm happy with this. If you're not lasering a target, keep turning until you do. Which this is the same. You turn, and because you are not lasering a target, repeat and turn until you do. But the question is, where do you place the wait for? Let's try it here. Wait for the orb here. So now they turn. This one's out. This way all three will be out of the loop. We don't want them outside of the loop. What about this? They are always inside the loop, but they only wait for D if they are not lasering. This way they will never shoot the target. If they shoot the target, they turn. They don't desynchronize. Maybe it's the condition is if they are lasering the target, wait for this is better. They will end up shooting, and now they will turn away when I activate the orb. But I don't have enough time. This way I don't have enough time to cross. I believe now this is correct with the jump, but maybe the turn goes inside, before or after. So if you are lasering, wait. Otherwise, keep turning. This is the same as before. Now they are waiting for this, for me to activate the orb. And they will keep turning. It doesn't matter which way. I like this better. When they are not lasering the target, they What do? They do nothing. They just keep on a loop. This is not good either. It's different, but now only one turn. The one lasering the target is the only one that turns. If you are not and then turn, now the only one that is not lasering the target is the orange, and is the one waiting for the orb. And then it turns one, and then it turns one. Now I don't have control over them. It needs to be a combination of commands where I can control them when they are shooting the target and when they are not. The only thing they can laser is the target, not Mija, so it's pretty simple. What we need to figure out the combination. The jump doesn't go inside the if because in this case they can get out of the loop, so we don't have control over them. Hey Noru, welcome to my struggle. I wish your programming is more simple than this one. Because it's very simple. As you can see, it's only 4 lines. Jump doesn't go inside. Now, turn. I'm here complaining about 4 lines of code. What do you think of me? I can't even imagine what you have to face. But and now that I know the layers that your game has, even I don't want to know. Do we want to make them turn if, or we want to make them turn if not? Actually, they can laser Mija if they shoot down, but it's pointless because we need to move. We need to move around. We have the orb. Here's the one line of code that is responsible for adding the single pixels on the minimap that indicate rooms are connected. Oh, it's cute and beautiful and very colorful, I can see. It has the word color, so it has to be something colorful. Tile add. It starts with tile add asset get index. Background minimap tiles. I guess that's the name that you're giving it. Star color. Yes, I understand everything. It's not a good line of code, but it is long. It's perfect. It's very simple. What are you complaining about? Give it to me, I'll solve it. I'll shred it to pieces if you give it to me. Looks like there are some games that the games or whoever wants to make a word be coded. There's something called Caesar code, which changes like in the if the A is +5, the B is +5, and changes every letter. It's Caesar code or something like this. Same. If you give that to me, that text to me, I'll put it through Caesar code and then I'll translate it. My problem in this level is that I don't know what I want. I don't know what I want to achieve. I know I want to cross. So I'll show you. We can use 4 lines of code and we have 4 commands. So it's very simple. The game is telling you need to use them all 4, because if we give you these commands, it's because you need them. Otherwise they wouldn't be here. So we need to use all 4. Let's put whatever. And a jump. Jump doesn't matter. So now we are using all 4. Turn, it doesn't matter because the lasers are symmetrical. I believe it doesn't matter the direction, clockwise or counterclockwise. Wait for, it makes sense, only makes sense that you are waiting for the orb. We have an orb in our hands that it's like a movable switch. It's a switch that comes with us. At any point in the level, we can flip it and activate something. So it's like a door. We put a barrier and we can let it go through whenever we want, wherever we are in the level. That's second. Third is the if condition, and it has 2 variables. It doesn't make sense that the second variable is Mija, because we need to move. They are not always lasering Mija. So it's like this condition that it never happens. So it's the target. Now, this is variable. It could be lasering or not lasering. ¿Qué haces? The fourth one is the jump, which this we don't know if it's lasering or not lasering. And the fourth one is jump, which asks to repeat, and probably is everything inside. So we are making like a loop whenever we how do you call it? Snap the orb. We make the loop happen again. The problem is the order, I believe. And this makes sense. If the condition is met, you get blocked. So like if you are lasering the target, you get inside the white block, and you will be here between the 2 and the 3, waiting for this door to open. Let's check it. They keep turning and turning and turning, and we go up with the switch in our hands, which is the orb. Now when we snap it, we make them turn, so they will not be lasering the target anymore. And then they make a full circle again, but there's not enough time for us to cross before they laser the target again. And we need to cross the bridge, and we need to go down with the lift. Going down with the lift, I believe it's not a problem, because when they laser the targets, each their own, and then the lift goes down. If the other possibility is if you are not lasering, which is the same. In case we want them to laser the target. So if you are not lasering the target, and then keep turning until you do. Oh, but they need to wait. Oh, this is different. I thought I had tried this one. Now we need to confirm every turn, so they don't do the full turn by themselves. Now we need to confirm every time. Now they get synchronized, they are all 3 pointing up, but they don't turn now. It doesn't work. It doesn't work either. Because now they met the condition. I mean, they don't met the condition. What's happening with my eye? They never met this condition, so they never turn. This doesn't make sense, that the if doesn't have anything inside. This is also different. If you are not lasering, but now when they are lasering, they'll skip and turn, so they will never laser the target. This is what we had before. What about this goes inside? If you are not, wait for me and turn. But when you are not doing anything. Now they won't do anything. Wait. Maybe you only need to check the first time. You only need to check if you are lasering the target the first time. Now they all get together. Let me reset. Even though the condition, they all get here. So we want them to get synchronized. All three pointing up. Of course, if the jump doesn't go before, the condition is pointless. What if you jump only if you repeat this if you are not, but when you are lasering the target, and then you'll skip and do nothing. And we've done this as well. Now they are lasering the target, so they don't do this. We want them to do something when they are lasering the target. So this is if they are lasering the target, and then wait. But this doesn't work because they will do the full turn. If the turn is inside, this is if not. Sorry, if not. If you are not, keep turning. If this is inside, this happens when you are lasering. You wait. You wait for me. If you are, you wait for me to tell you to turn. And then they keep turning and turning. This is the same as before. I fall through the bridge halfway. I like it and I hate it at the same time. This makes me fall through the bridge. Now they are waiting. What if there's no condition? Let's try without the condition. Oh, if there's no condition, they don't synchronize. They turn and wait, and turn and turn and wait. So they go by twos. Now two, now two, and two more. We need the if to make them synchronize. That makes me think that the turn the only thing I haven't tried is Laser and Mija, which they can do. Maybe we can make them synchronize by Laser and Mija. In which case, if not Laser and Mija, we want to synchronize them from inner to outer. So orange first, then magenta, and then blue. From here to there, make them synchronize. If you are not Laser and Mija, keep turning until you do. Let's see how this goes. Now they are all waiting. But this one will wait again, because it's Laser and Mija. And the problem is that they can't both. Oh, but I can. So they turn. Now this one is the one that doesn't turn. Now they point down. Now they are synchronized. But the turn is inside the condition. If not Laser and Mija, turn. So they turn and they turn. But now they turn always. They always turn when I use the orb. Now they stop and wait for me. I knew there was something. And there was something we haven't done, which is use Mija. With a keen eye for detail, one truth prevails. Nearest and farthest. And we don't have the orb. Okay, nearest and farthest. This is the end through the ramp and through the lift. Interesting, for the lift to go up, we need to remove both blocks. For them to remove the blocks, we need to press these buttons. Doesn't seem so difficult. We'll see. Nearest and farthest. But we only have nearest. Oh, so nearest is... your nearest is this one, but I don't want to activate you when your nearest is activated. Let's say your nearest is D1. Your nearest button is D1. How do you tell them about the farthest? Wait for... oh, wait for B. If your nearest is off, pick up at C. And I am talking about the one on the left, this one. So wait for B. Both wait for B. But once B is activated, they check if their closest is off. For this one, the condition doesn't meet. The condition is not met. So it does nothing. But for this one, the closest is off. That means me being on B, this can go and pick up at C. Now, how can we do the same for the other one? Because we need two commands. Wait for A and pick up at D. And we don't need them to drop, or we don't need them to go. We just need them to pick up. It's only about the button. So this is correct, but I'm missing this one, which is when A. But I need to press A, which would be wait for A and then go to. But I'm missing one line. I need one more. This thing works for the opposite one. Now you can stay there. Now I need this one to move. Because if I use the if, and we cannot make the same bot pick up both blocks. It only picks up one. Give me a sec, I'll be back. I mean, it's not meant to be easy. So I feel less bad. So only pick up once. If I tell them to go to the opposite, which is A, what do they do? Nothing. And where can they go? Nowhere. They can go nowhere. If D1 is off and then move, pick up at C. And there's only one. That's what is more annoying, that there's only one left to use. What can you do only with one? if this weight is inside, it applies to both. They both will move. Only one goes through. It has to do with the farthest. They move when the farthest, but it's not this way. If D1 is off, it's off for both. Wait for something. Let's say, doesn't matter, A. I just want the structure. And then if... So when, this is like a when D1 is on, pick up at C. This is different, but it's also wrong, but let me check because I just put A to put something. If I press B, nothing happens. They are both waiting for A because both have their starting closest nearest button off, so they both get stuck into wait for A. And then if or when they move the opposite. If it's off, this is the same we had before. If D1 is off, maybe we need to do this twice. If D1 is off, if D1 is off, no, but they don't wait. They just go straight to the end. And it can only be the nearest. There's not the farthest. If your closest is off, I like the other one better. Wait for... it was B before, but doesn't matter. If wait for A. It's not wait for A, wait for D1. If D1 is off and then you move. When D1 is off, course, but D1 is your closest, so you will not do anything. What about inside the condition? Because they'll both be off, they both go through this. Wait for your closest. It only works like this. Wait for D1. Let's try this one. It has to end with pick up at C. That's for sure. What is this? This is your nearest. You wait for me to press the nearest, and then you get inside here because the nearest is on. If your nearest is on, you then pick up at D1. What is this? Wait for A. Let's do one. Wait for D1, which is this one. For you, it's this one. And then, what do you do if I'm pressing this? Nothing. You wait for A. When I press A, then you can go and pick up at C. This works for the blue one. What happens to you when I press this one and then I let this one go? You get inside here and then you're waiting for A again. It doesn't work for you, so you get it. The blue one is inside the condition. When I press this is A. When I press A, I can let this one go, which is the blue, so waiting for A. At the same time, I'm letting the other one get inside the condition. But in this case, it's waiting for A. It will only move when I press A, which is not the one that lets him go. This doesn't matter if it's inside or outside, I believe. Wait for D1. D1 is active, and then wait for A, which is the opposite. Now, you who were waiting for D1 as well, now you are inside here, you're waiting for A. It's the same. And what do we have if D1 is off? This avoids, or we can skip this D1. Wait for D1. If D1 is off, which is always, doesn't make much sense because it's always. It's like we can remove it. If D1 is off, it's always, so they get stuck here. We can't reach 1 before they get into the command. I would like to try without the wait. And if D1 is off, on, I'll press 1. Let's say I press B. If your closest but you need to wait for something. Otherwise it's like this, wait for A. If D1 is on, wait for A. I mean, I was looking at the blue. Wait, I'll go and press B. Wait for B. If D1 is on, which is you get inside here, which is wait for A. Otherwise, you pick up at C. I think this is it. You go, and then you are waiting for me to press A. And I need to go to the lift, don't forget. This is it. This was it. It is what it is, until it was what it was. Restricted. We go halfway there. And we've done the easy ones. Don't have to say anything else. This is the end, through the bridge, and through the ladder. So we only need to activate the bridge, which is activated by the feeders. So there are 4 in each side, 1 in the scale, 3 in the feeder. What do they do? Oh, we can't remove this one. So this one can't remove this one. This one can. Maybe we control them by taking this block here and putting it into the feeder. Like wait for E. Wait for E to do this. Your nearest point of interest is D1. Pick up at D1, drop at I believe it's... I'll try at least. Drop at F straight away. But before, if A... Oh, it applies to both. We were doing so well. B is always powered. So what I can do is... Oh, that's the distinction. That's the distinction. Your nearest scale crate pad, I call them scale. So pick up at your closest point of interest and then check for your closest scale. If D1, D2, your closest scale is on, drop at F. Otherwise, drop at A. Yes, A. And then repeat. They need to repeat this. And that's 8 lines. So I take this from here. And then they are waiting for E. I put it on D and they will go and pick it up, and let's see where they drop it. Oh, they drop it in the correct place. But this is... So this is not drop at A, it's drop at nearest scale is D2. If D2 is on, you drop at the hopper. And then you try to drop at D2. That's the only bit is not working. Now you, the magenta is waiting for E, so has completed the whole cycle. And this is trying to drop at D2, or did drop at D2. Why is not back again? Let me check the blue one. I'm focusing on the blue one. Pick up, drop. Oh, it was inside the condition. And then when it has completed dropping at F, is asked to drop at D2. D2 for the robot is the scale. We cannot skip this. We cannot skip drop at D2. The jump needs to include, because this is where each of them is dropping at. If your closest scale is on, do this, otherwise do that. This is the separation. You both perform differently. You don't need to wait for me again. D1 is your nearest, but you do need to pick up from here again. You don't need to wait. Maybe I can skip this and put another if, in which if D2, which is your nearest scale, is off, which will be for the one on the left, the magenta, and then you drop that block that you have in there. For that, I need to be super fast. Wait, what if I don't pick up the block and then both have their scales? No, because one drops at a feeder and the other one drops at a scale. But I can use the if with A. If A is on, drop at A. Let's change A for D2. But it's the same as this one. And they need to be different. In this case, I need them to wait for me to pick up the block. Pick up the block and drop it at E, so it's like wait for E, the feeder. This way I need one more line. And this would be drop at D2. I go quick, but still doesn't try. Drop at F because yours is on. It needs to be off. Yes. It tries to go to F as well. So I need to make them different. So I need to get the magenta inside this condition. It's more clear like this. D1 is your nearest, D2 is your closest scale. That's the only thing is different. This one can be deactivated. So you start by picking up from D1. The only thing is different is D2. D1 doesn't change. If D1 is on and if D2 is on and D2 is off. If it's on, which is this one, is always on, you drop at F. And they need to repeat, so we can't save the jump to the beginning. If D2 is off, drop at D2. There's no need to call F D3. Although, if your nearest hopper, D3 is your nearest hopper, can we make a distinction by your hopper? So you pick up at D1, D2 is always on, so you drop at F. That's for you. You work, because I don't have to do anything with you. The blue one. Now we have one more line for this one. They need to wait for me to take the block, and then they are different. Wait for E. But then this is not dropping anywhere. Then I don't need to say this is 3. wait for E, pick up at D1. If D2 is on, otherwise, wait. This is not doing anything again. It's not doing anything with the block. If D2 is on, I'm pretty sure this is on, not off. Let's try the other way. So we are looking at the magenta. Pick up at D1 if D2 is off, which will be. Drop at E. And then you are the one that's not working. We can tell you to drop at F, but this one will try to drop at F2. Drop at E, not drop at E, it's A. Now this tries to drop at F, which is on the opposite side. I'll be back. Small business. I don't feel like there is a trick in this level. I don't feel like in the previous one, like lasering Mija, for example. Let me review it because I lost a bit of track. Wait for the feeder. Then pick up each one at their closest and drop. If the closest scale is off, which is off for this one, drop at A. Otherwise, drop at F. If it's on, drop at F and repeat. But this drop at F if this goes in here, you will go to F. You don't have anything to drop. Just wanted to check. I don't like from the if forward because it's true for the one that skips the if, but the one that gets into the if, which is the magenta in this case, will do both, and this doesn't make sense. And I'm using the wait, the if, the nearest, the jump. It could be wait for A. Wait for A. And now you do. I just wanted to point it out that there is the possibility. But it's not different. You still try to go to F. Wait for A, pick up a D1. If D2 is off, can we have the action, the 3 blocks to be performed by one, and then the other one instead of both at the same time? Crazy idea, but what if you wait for A, wait for A, and then if D2 is off, it needs to be a different one. Pick up at D1, drop at A. This needs to be on because if it applies to this one later, it has to be when this is on. Pick up a D1 and drop. In this case is F, and the other one has one line. It's clear we need to tell you D1. In D2, we are using D2 here. Wait for A, and then if D2 is on, pick up at D1, drop at F. You are stuck at drop at F, and you are stuck at A. You do the action every time I let you go through with A. Drop at F. If it's off, you both wait for A and pick up at D1. If it's off, you drop at A. This is what we had before. Now you need to drop at F. You wait for A. You already picked up at D1. D2 is on, so you skip. Maybe you only wait on the first one, but then the subsequent will be on, so it doesn't repeat exactly. Nothing comes to mind. Nearest if power if D2 is off. Drop at A. And you wait for A. If it's on, drop at F. But for you it's going to be off. I would need another jump. Maybe if you don't need to check. When A is off, drop at F. And for you, you wait for A, pick up at D1. If A is off, still, so, because now I can't say D1, D2, because you are not recording. Restricted, yes, indeed. Like, if I could do this, this is the loop for one and this is the loop for the other one. If A is off, but it's off for both. Can I say F is on or off? What does that mean? Waiting for A. You are stuck at drop at A because F is not on. But this one could complete the loop. Both skipped the if because it's off. F is off. Now they need to let me make the one of them different so they can act different. Wait for A. I mean, it could be E. Wait for me to drop it at E. And then I'm sure the scale is off. Pick up at D1. Wait for E. If you're closest, I need to get rid of one jump then. If now we need to store one more. D2 is the closest scale. If your closest scale, which is D2, is off, pick up at D1 and drop at same A or D2. Let's call it A because it only applies to one, so it doesn't matter. Otherwise, it's the same situation. Drop at A. For you would be drop at F. But you are not picking up anything. Wait for E. They need to repeat the pickup. And this way, it works for you, but you only perform the action once. That's why I was trying to get the other jump. If your closest is different, if both compare to one exactly the same, it's the same for both. So if I say if A is off, it's going to be the same for both. If D1 is off, maybe it's D1. Can we have I'll try just for the sake of trying. And then the pickup goes inside because it's conditional to each one. Pick up from C, drop at A. Now I can have one more jump. But I need to tell the other one to pick up. Pick up at D and then repeat. But this way it starts the same, both are active. Both try to do this one. they need a weight. If D2 is on, then applies to this one. If D2 is on, but you don't have to check. Again, if D2 is on, pick up from D, drop at F, and repeat. You don't need to recheck. This is the same. But you do need to check. Prefer the other one. So the if goes here. But then I need one weight. If D2 is on, it starts as on. This needs to recheck because at one point it will be off. If D2 is off, it starts as on always. So this one will try to go to C. Yes, it does. And this way they get stuck not doing anything until, I mean, no, they do both do this. If it's off, this doesn't do anything. I need to make a wait for, but I only have 8 lines. And the distinction is the scale, so I need to store, I need them to check the scale. Let me start. Wait for E. I mean, you need to check for your D1 is the point of interest. I want to try something. D2 is the scale. And then you wait. You need to wait for me to make the distinction, which is the scale. And then if your closest scale, D2, is off, you do this. No, you both do this, regardless. You pick up at D1, both. This is one command for both. And then if the scale is off, you drop at A. Otherwise, you drop at F. Now, what I wanted to do is you jump from here and the other one jumps from there. For that, I need to skip one of these two. Wait for A. You do that once, you do that always. I need to activate A. Now you did this once, that's why I need the other jump. And you do it every time I activate A. I mean, I need to activate A. That's why I need the other jump. Can I save one command here? If this was nearest hopper, I would need to store the data. So I'm using one more line. It's not good. If this is D2, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, I say A or D2. It does matter here because this is not activating. And this even can go outside. Now wait for A. This does once. This is easier for me because I don't need to rush. If D2 is on, wait, D2 is on, pick up at D1. If D2 is on, pick up at D1, which is this one, and drop at F. For this one, D2 will be off, so you just keep it, and then you need to pick up at D1. Can't seem to go through. I need to tell them each one to go to the closest. If we don't use this one, we need to tell each one go to whatever the name is. D or C. So we are using 1 to store the data, and then 2 and 3 to tell them each one where to go, C or D or whatever the letter is. So we are using 3. By using the store data, we are using 2. 1 and go to your closest is 2 because it applies to both. Since the distinction is the scale, they both need to compare to their closest scale. But they need to wait for me to make the distinction because it starts as the same. So they need to wait for something, doesn't matter A or E, because are the only 2 that I can reach. Let's say it's E, like seems easier, so I get rid of the blocks. I don't get anything by keeping them. So next is pickup. Once I put this block at E, they get the block from the closest, which is D1, each one their own, and with the block in their hands, look at your closest scale. And then it doesn't matter if it's power or if it's not power, they act same or inversely depending. But it doesn't matter. Let's say if your D2 is on this one. So you drop at F. In this case, we are not telling them D3 is the feeder or hopper, because we are using more lines. We use one to say D3 is this. D3 is the hopper. If we say D3 is the hopper, we are only using it for one. And we are using one line, second line. If this was D3, we can do these two in one because it only applies to one. So we straight tell them drop at F because your scale is on. This one would be off. For the other one, we need to tell them as well to drop. Your scale is off, so drop the block on the scale. We could use A, or since we already have the data stored, to tell them D2 is your closest scale, let's use the same. We don't waste or save anything by saying D2 or A in this case. And then they need to repeat at least from here. We could include this, but let's include it, but I don't think it makes a difference. Now the problem is that the one that goes inside the condition tries to also drop at the other condition. If we could have a jump from here and another jump from here, it would be perfect. Because each one jump back to the beginning from a different state. I seem to come up with different solutions, but I'm always one line short. There was one command. If A is off, and then you do this, whatever it is, it doesn't matter, and then you repeat it. This is a loop that it repeats until A is on. So if you wait for E, and then I go to A, lift the block and leave it at E. A is off. Because A is off, you'll do this. Pick up from C and drop at A. Because at the beginning A is on, you skip it. That's why we need to wait. It starts as on. If I don't do anything, so I need to do something, which is this. Now the magenta has finished, but that's not what I was after. It was this. It will repeat. It gets into this loop if A is off. You are in this loop because A is off. Now, if instead of A, we say is not called A, it's called your nearest scale. Let's skip the naming from before. D2 is your closest scale, so if your D2 is off, you do this. You get into this loop. Otherwise, you pick up at D and drop at F. We still need the jump to create the second loop. Because if this jump goes in here, it applies to both. And the second one, which is not affected by the condition, will get inside the condition. If this goes like this, it will apply to this one, but we need to rush and remove the block from the scale, otherwise jumps out of the loop, unless we make them, we make this, the first spot, the magenta bot, to wait for E, in which case will always be. So this is same as this, but we are not saving any line, and we need one more line. Maybe we don't tell them this is the scale. No, because then it applies to both the same condition. and the scale is what makes them different. If we say if A is off, it applies to both. Both get into the same loop. Can we make this one jump forward? No, because we need the jump here. Try a different thing or I skip it and move forward because I can't seem to find it. I'm missing something or... So wait for E. I move the block from A to E, so wait for E. And then your nearest scale is that one. If your nearest scale is O, then do this. Pick up at C and drop at A, which is D2. Because yours is on, what you do is... Oh, also you have to repeat. Pick up at C, drop at A. Now, what was that I had in mind? And it needs to involve E being on. If E is on and then you act, you pick up from D and drop at F. And then I need to repeat. We have the same problem. Both waiting for E. Because there's no repeat, this one goes through this and skips the second one, and the blue one skips both. Let's try with the hover. If the hover, which is 3, D3 is your hover. So you wait for your closest hover. And then you is the only one active. Pick up at C and drop at A. But because you are doing it yourself, you are going to pick up from D and drop at F. And repeat. And repeat. If I could reach this one, I could activate the blue one. D3 is the feeder. Wait for the feeder, so you are waiting indefinitely. D1 is your closest point of interest position, so you both pick up from D1. Wait for D3. Drop at D3 and then you are waiting for D3, but you already dropped there. So you don't have to wait for it. You may jump back. So the blue one does it, and the magenta got stuck at drop at D3. None of them gets to the wait. This doesn't work, isn't it? Oh, it does. So what if... Oh, but you try to drop here, but you can't reach. If D3 is on, pick up at D1. This I never remember if it means 1 or the 3. It's the 3. When it says D3 is on, means the 3. But if it says wait for D3, it means each one. Both pick up at D1. I was going to say I'm a bit lost, but that would be an understatement. Wait for D3. I need to come back to Earth. Pick up at D1. That applies to both. And then you check. You need to check for a condition or wait for... If you wait for A or E. I mean your closest. If you wait for your closest feeder, this is the only one that works. Because I can reach. I cannot reach this. And I cannot make them check. I can make them wait for the feeder, but only this one. I cannot make them check if the feeder is on or off, because it's the beginning is always off until it has 3 lights. So I don't see the point of making them check for the feeder. On the contrary, the scale at least D1, D2, and check for the scale. This applies to both. And then if the scale is on or off. If it's off, you do this. Drop at A, otherwise drop at F. This is the farthest I can get. Have one line. This, but in this case, I don't reach here in time. I'm still missing the wait for. How can I add a wait for here, or I'll add it? Wait for here? Since I cannot manipulate these two, doesn't matter using D1 or D2 because I cannot reach. I mean, not D1, but 2 or 3. I cannot manipulate them, so I cannot make these robot commands regarding 2 or 3. So here we have 8 lines, but this one only does the action once. It ends here. How can I save one line here? And I'm thinking, how can I make one do the 3 blocks first and then the other one? But it's the same. Seems like I need 9 lines. Pick up a D1, compare, and do differently. Compare with the scale. The scale is different, so act differently. If yours is off, drop at A. And please repeat. drop at A. Otherwise, drop at F. I'll pass. Leave level. See if I unlock myself with the next one, because I'm going nowhere. And this is even simpler. Makes me more scared. This is the answer. This ramp through this through this lift. The lift. Give me a sec. What's happening today with the brakes? So we need to bring the lift down. For that we need to not laser this target. And we have 4 lines. As we get to the end of the game, the levels get simpler and simpler. So we need to use the lift, but the lift is busy with a gel, but we can remove the gel. So if you are not lasering a target, turn clockwise, and then the gel melts. Wait for the orb to turn. Doesn't matter which way. The thing is that we need to jump back. So we have 4 lines, we have 4 commands. This is easier, I believe. So we are repeating the turn. That makes me think that we need to remove 1 turn. And then we need the jump. Now we need, same as before, we need to put them in order. If you are not lasering the target, wait for me to tell you. No, we need this, wait for the orb. We need it outside. Here or here, I don't think it's relevant. Because we don't need to do something special at the beginning. So here is okay. Actually, I'll leave it here so I don't need to act once we are in the level. So this way we can control this one. You're not lasering a target, so you shoot the gel and remove it. But we are not affecting this one. It needs to be something that both share. A condition both share. At all times. Like I believe, I haven't tried, but I believe Mija cannot stand on the leaf because has the hands busy, cannot grab the gel. Okay, I want to check and make sure. So we are good. We are good. Every time I use the orb, you go back to the beginning and then you turn. So I believe the key of this level is figuring out lasering or not lasering something. It cannot be the aerogel. If you are lasering the aerogel, none of them is, so they don't turn. And it's the same, we need to put them in sync. So we need to make this one shoot down. Or this one left. I mean, right. If this one moves, this one cannot melt the gel. So it doesn't turn. The turn goes inside here. If you are lasering a target, you wait. Otherwise, you turn. But you keep turning. So what if you... You need to wait for me. Maybe they don't repeat from the beginning, you just check once. If you are lasering a target, you wait. So if you are not lasering a target, you turn once. Now you both get in sync, and now you're waiting for me, but you are not checking again. This was easier. This was easier. I'll leave these ones then for maybe tomorrow instead of demos. We'll keep, because it's impossible that we finish today at this point. I would like them to leave this screen and at least we see the ending, the credits. So this is the situation we left it last day regarding story. This is outside the challenges, so maybe here we learn something we need to apply on the other level. Here we have a roundy and a grabby. Here, roundy has 4 lines, grabby has 7. What do we need to do? We need to end up here. So we need to cross this and this to cross. So the only barrier is the electric bridge, for which we need to stop the target. So we need to make roundy, it's the only one who can reach here, make him go through this bridge and then jump and move. Okay. So you wait for B. To go to the air bump. Grabby goes to B without waiting for me. Isn't it? And then wait for the orb to go to A. And roundy waits for A to go to E. I'm missing something. Oh, because this is a breakable bridge. So before you go to B, I see you are dropping me because you have me in your hands. That's why you have 7 lines. So you wait for the orb until I am here, and you pick up me from D and drop me at B, so you don't need to go to B. And then you wait for me to snap the orb to pick me up again. Actually, you don't need to drop me, you need to go. Actually, you pick me up, you keep me. Go to B, wait go to A, and then you wait again for the orb to go to to drop me. This time is drop me at C. So again, the plan is I get here, snap the orb, Grabby goes to the button, gives way to Roundy. Roundy and Grabby are both waiting for me to snap the orb. I mean, only Grabby. Roundy is waiting for Grabby to press the button. So I snap the orb and Grabby moves to the other button and activates Roundy to go to block the laser. Now we can both go here. Grabby is again waiting for me to snap the orb and drop me at the end. So much different these levels from the challenges. This could be the last. With the rogue brain. Sounds magnificent and maleficent. Malevolent. We have a Roundy from the dispenser. What was the name of this dispenser? Creator. And also is a rogue, so every time I snap the orb, it's already programmed. Every time I snap the orb, spawner spawns a Roundy and tries to do again, but waits. Okay. And does that 2 times. So Roundy. Wait, what do we need to do? We go up from the lift when this button is pressed. But we can reach this one. So you go to C. And we have the orb, but we don't use the orb. We don't have the wait for. It's only programmed on the spawner. Roundy goes to C. If A is powered, then you go to B, but we need to be here. Oh, you go to A. You go to A first. We can go to A. We can go to A. But Roundy can go to A as well. Go to A. If A is on, which will be for the second one. Now then if A is off, you go to A. Oh, we have 3 lines only. And then let me start clean. If A is off, you go to the air bump, and then I jump you. Isn't it? But then I'm missing one again. So you go without checking. Go to C. I'm confused. Let me try just once. Go to C. If A so one round it needs to be here and the other one here. First one goes here, but cannot go back. If A now the second one goes to A. What is this? Now you fall. So we need to use the if. If A is on, you go to C. And then you need to end up going to B. So now A is on. If I snap the orb, you go here. And then you go to B. But I need to jump you. But I don't go back to the lift as fast as you. So if A is off, you go to A. Otherwise, you go to C, but it needs to be the other way. And if Roundy has to step onto the last button, B, I mean, I don't understand this either. Roundy has 3 lines. Go to A, go to C, and go to B. I don't think we'll watch the credits either today. We won't watch the credits today either. So we can give conditions depending on A, but that's using one line. So let's say no one goes to A. If one... No, they need to go to A. Go to C, go to B. What if I tell them to go to B? What do they do? That's what you do if I tell you to go to B. Interesting. If I activate the bridge, what do you do if I tell you to go to B? Same. If A is off, go to B. You don't take the other. You don't go the other way. Wait, if you jump onto B or outside of B? The perspective, I'm never sure. So go to C. Just go to C. Let's see where you land. You land on top of B. You don't need to go to B. That's something. Makes it easier. So this is higher level than this one, of course, because that's why the lift is. It's hard to see. I thought you were landing in one of these two. That changes. That changes. That changes. So if A is off, you go to C. And then I need to step onto... No, it's the opposite. If A is on, you go to C because I'll be here and you go here. And then I move. Then A will be off. So that means otherwise you go to A. That's it. I'm pretty sure. Now you go to the air bump. Lucky I was pretty sure this was going to work. If A is... So it's... If the condition is second, both perform the same action. That's not good. If the condition is first, one does one action, which is the second one. It applies to both. The other one does both. The meet the condition and the second one. First one needs to go to C. If A is off, this way works how can the second one so the second one, the one that goes to C only goes to C. This is the order. You go to C. So what this condition is saying, you need to skip it. Currently it says if A is on, so it needs to be off at the beginning. Now it's off, you only go to C. The problem with this one is that the second one needs to be on. For the second round to go to the button needs to be on. And this distance is much shorter than this distance. This is not the solution because it relies on fast action. It's only dependent on A. A is the only one that changes, so in this case, for the first one to do only one action, A has to be on. Now that is on, we'll skip the first and we'll do the second action, which is go to the airbag. And now the second one needs to come to A when it is off, which allows me to step on the lift. Why was this so hard for me? Hey, it's not the end. There are more. I wonder how many. We could make another episode, I believe. Where is the end? This is the end. Through this bridge and jumping with the airpad. But the airpad has a solid block that we need to remove. We can remove it by activating the air bump, the jumping pad. For that we need to activate this target with this laser. So we need the laser to turn, wait for the orb and... oh, wrong robot. You start by turning counterclockwise and then you wait for the orb. I'll tell you when to move. Oh, we need... So you start by waiting. We don't need to remove the block from here. We need gravity to get it. So you start by turning clockwise. You need to shoot the wall. And then you give way to gravity. Gravity goes to... no. Picks up from B and drops at the scale, which is A, and I believe that's it. But you have 4 lines, so maybe not. In any case, let's try. You who are shooting the wall, wait for F and then turn twice, but I'm missing 1 line. So something has to change here. Now I step in here. You go twice from there. I'm missing the laser, but the one that I have more lines with is gravity. So gravity can have more lines. Clockwise twice, and then wait, and 1 more. Because we need the block. So gravity needs to get the block before the laser turns down, but it needs to turn not down, so it turns up, and wait for us. How do we jump then? Laser needs to move and flip the bridge, so gravity can go. Pick up at B. And drop at A. Let me check, but if we turn counterclockwise, we lose the block. So you need to start by turning once or twice, and you cannot repeat, so you can only wait. Wait for doesn't really matter much. Wait for me. At least I have the control. What else is there? What I can do is you wait, and then you turn counterclockwise. I can be in the middle, so I am protecting the block doesn't jump. So you wait for me, and when I'm in position, you turn. And you also wait for me. Yes, wait for the orb. Pick up at B and wait again. That's why you have 4 lines. Then when I tell you, you go to A. And you, the last 2, wait for F and turn. Yes. Here. And then wait again for me to tell you to turn. Counter once more. So first I need to be here in position. I'm protecting the block. Both are waiting for me. Now the laser can shoot the target. The block is safe. Now I get out of the way. Actually, I step onto the air bump. Isn't it? Now I need gravity to cross the laser. So you, the laser, don't wait for my orb, you wait for the crate pad. Much better. The block is safe. I step onto the cushion. Now with my orb, only gravity moves. Crosses the laser, activates the air bump. And the crate on the scale activates the laser, shooting the last target. And this keeps going, so I'll leave it here. We didn't do much, but let me come to here. Actually, I'll save or exit the main menu. Keeps going. Exit. And I go here. So, seems like we didn't do much, but it was expected because these challenges are the last ones. They are the hardest. So no worries there. Now I'll change the schedule. I prefer to finish to as much as we can tomorrow. I prefer to keep going with Star Stuff. Otherwise, it drags the games for too long, and I'm not sure. I feel like why am I outside the frame? Here. No, it needs to be more I cannot say people get bored of watching me play the same games. Really can't say that. At least I'm taking it with humor. Anyway, in any case, we'll continue tomorrow. Oh, Noru, what are you doing awake? Still awake? Why are you not sleeping? I know what time it is for you. I was expecting you to be dreaming of me. As I was saying, I was up all last night playing TFTD again, so I'm nocturnal now. Oh. TFTD is XCOM. I saw you like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I was like, what's this TFTD? I don't remember what it is, but it's like the subtitle. You go to sleep at 11 AM. Old XCOM. Tomorrow, more Star stuff. So now I can thank you, Noru, for sharing your time with me. And I see you next time, which will be tomorrow. So, bye now.